Quiet on set.
We're recording now, so it's all you.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of D4 Maps. We just wanted to take a minute to kind of give you a little walkthrough of all the maps that we've made, since all of them are custom, and we kind of wanted to give you a closer look at all of this.
This is the map that you saw last week on the episode where they traversed through the sewers and fought a geyser.
That is right. And so, as you see, we got some nice little gross sludge going on here on the bottom. Little rusted pipe with sludge coming out here, pouring into the little sludge there. Mm-hmm. Rusted ladder and the little chalk sun symbol to show which way they're going. And
everything here was handcrafted by us. It's all different forms of foam. This ladder right here is toothpicks chopped up and some other coffee stirs. And this is the pipe that you saw over here. It's just a PVC pipe that we shoved into the foam.
Each cobblestone on the side was hand punched individually because we hate our lives. But that's that one. And
let's give you a really cool shot all the way down that way. There you go. And then another one this way. So this is other things that you can look forward to us as we build maps for Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
We're going to take a look at our newest map from Session 4. That is the Troll Skull Manor.
Yes, the first layer of many to come. So, right here, you're looking at the courtyard that has its own vibrant green tree, and that leads up into the ruins of the old Troll Skull Manor Tavern itself.
Yep, we have the bar, we have a trap door behind the bar, which scoot forward there.
Right here is the trap door.
We have the fireplace that sits in the center, as well as the kitchen fireplace. Both we rigged up with some LEDs to give that awesome fire flicker once the party gets the tavern renovated and up and going. Chairs are strewn about because it's been abandoned for so long and isn't pretty. A set of stairs back here that leads up to the second story, and that's how you get into the living quarters back over here.
Everything, once again, is constructed from foam core and coffee stirring sticks, dowels, and things like that. Everything is handcrafted by us besides the furnishings.
Yep. Furnishings are 3D printed. We got them from an amazing company on Etsy called Miniature Town. They're amazing. And the fireplaces were actually hand-laid mini bricks that I built and made into the fireplace.
The windows you see in front and around the edges are actually a weaving plastic pattern that you can find from any yarn supplying stores that we made into nice fence lace windows.
Yep. But that's pretty much the first level, the tap room of the Troll Skull Manor. Who knows? As we go on, as they renovate things, maybe we'll unlock more levels and all the way up into the attic, the fourth story.
And that's another episode of D4 Maps. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yep. This is the graveyard of the City of the Dead, where we kind of...
Where Mama Uwe sent them, and upon disturbing the ground, a grave golem appeared. And that is right here, if you can see him. Everything we described about him in the description, including the lion face of stone, the metal grated wings in the back, everything about it was actually represented in the miniature itself.
Yep, so we went in and everything was mostly gridded here. We wanted to keep the grid intact for, easier for us. So each of the grass was hand laid and glued by us. We did just sand on the gravel here, and gravestones 3D printed. These are actually from Wizards, from the City of the Dead line.
Yep.
Quite fitting. So just kind of...
You got these little trees offline, little model trees that anybody can find, but it's all foam core and then painted and then covered in grass and gravel.
That's it. It's a simple but probably one of my favorite maps we've done so far. It's elegant.
So, thanks for joining us again on D4 Maps.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you next week.
Let's take a look at the Cult of the Dragon Ritual Chamber.
Yes, for the divination for Tiamat. As you can see, this is all crafted from styrofoam, and these stalagmites are quickly made with aluminum foil and hot glue.
Yep. Each of those. This is a pink foam insulation that we used to carve that. This is actually an actual onyx obsidian stone skull, actually given to us by Logan. And thought it was quite perfect for this chamber. The water is actually just the bottoms of totes covered in hot glue and then coated with a blue glaze. And then probably my favorite part of this map would have to be the hidden surprise, which is the remote control lights of the layer action. And we have green for poison, red for fire, blue for lightning, yellow, which we never got to, yellow for acid, and then white for ice. And each of these kind of does that and kind of goes off, and then we can turn them on and change them as needed.
Yeah. And what's beautiful about this map is that it's actually modular in the fact that you can remove the water and use the underneath map for something else.
Yep, which you may or may not see in future episodes with a different layout. You never know. But this is pretty much the gist of this one. It was super fun to build. We made it in about a day.
We loved the reactions when the players saw the lights come on.
Yep.
I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And we'll see you next week.
We're going to take a look at the bookstore map from episode 10.
Yeah, it's called A Novel Idea, where the players went in to rescue a cat and get a spectator out from...
Right there.
There you
There's
go.
the cat.
From terrorizing this place. Again, it was crafted from foam core.
Yep.
And
bookshelves are custom from 3D printed, resin cast, Wizards official. I think these are from Hallister's lab. These are probably my favorite. These are literally printed bookshelves on glossy paper, glued to foam core bookshelves, and then painted to be like wood. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a bookstore.
pretty simple design this week.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed the fight. A lot of new abilities came out.
Yeah, third level brings out a whole bunch of stuff. Flying and ghost grandmothers and craziness.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys. This time, we're
Showing you the initial swamp map where Harold stumbled upon a large gator, or maybe a large gator stumbled upon Harold.
Ooh, only who knows. We posted a work in progress video of this map that you guys may have seen on Reddit, but we'll go ahead and show you how this one works. This kind of sits in a little case. There's a screen here that we can put things on, like a bullywug here. We'll just go ahead and set that guy right there. And with a little bit of water and a pan of dry ice, you just pour this on, and just like that, your map is covered in fog. Let's say the party's going, and all of a sudden, whoa, the bullywug comes out!
And if you think this is too much fog, if you want to move, you can always just blow on the map and then count your squares.
And then that's how you move. And that's that.
This is a dollar store
Wooden stick.
Yep, that we've cut in half and filled.
Plastic wooden stick.
Yep, filled with terrain foliage, and have put hot glue on the back end for the mound of dirt that
Fallen Tree has. The little boulders are from the dollar store. Flocking is actual terrain flocking. And yeah, the base is foam core. And the box that sits around it that the dry ice sits in is just pink foam. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Dead trees are from Citadel, and this is kind of gave us the misty, foggy swamp that we were wanting. And as you see, as it goes on, it slowly settles and looks a little bit more like a settled fog. Something that we may do in the future is put a little barrier here to kind of trap it so it doesn't fall off the sides. But for people sitting at the table, that's a pretty cool effect. So we hope you enjoyed this. This was a very, very complicated, tricky, but fun build.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
All right. As always, everything's made from the foam you can get from any Dollar Tree, anything like that. The only thing that is not from that are the bedding, which is from...
Yeah, all the furniture and the doors are not, but this is the Dripping Dagger Inn. Yep. As everything is, it all moves, doors open,
yep.
Close. So yeah, it's all carved. The grain on the wood was done with a fork, I think, on this one to give that darker, deeper, more, gradier, well-worn look.
And this is where the party went to go investigate Dalakar and encountered some Durgar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is our...
That's our end map.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to D4 Maps. Last week you saw the Dripping Dagger, but now it is the encounter upon the rooftops of the Tiger Eye.
Yeah, so this one was a lot of fun. This one's made almost entirely out of foam core, save some of the details and the water tower, which are done all with stirrers and dowels. So all of it's hand carved and graved in. The details are with rolling pins that Green Stuff makes that make amazing impressions.
Yeah, Green Stuff Works. They're an across the pond company. They have amazing impression rollers. This was made from a Pringles can.
Yep.
And small popsicle stirrers and foam. And then these little things right here is nothing but a straw.
Yep, just a straw. Mm-hmm. So everything found at the dollar store.
And then this is like animal stuffing, or the...
Yeah, a little stuffing, foam for stuffed animals, pillow stuffing.
Yeah, pillow stuffing.
For the smoke, to kind of give that illusion that the wind's blowing in this direction, and it kind of helps the immersion in the fight.
For this rooftop in particular, the texture does help for the miniature to stay on, but I constructed these outcropping windows to make the miniatures have something strong to stand on, and with this one is why they have the dowels to keep the miniature on the angled rooftops.
Yep, that's pretty much this one. This time we are out into Kellane's tower. She is a painter and estranged from Lord Dagalt Neverember, the former Open Lord of Waterdeep, and she's locked herself in this tower and is gone quite insane and paints these crazy paintings that she can make come to life. So this one was a lot of fun to do.
Yes. So the base here is made from XPS foam that you can find from Home Depot, but this, once again, Dollar Tree, foam core. But these paintings right here were actually pieces of wood that we painted white and then printed out each individual creature that she could summon.
Kellane actually has a list of monsters that she can summon, and we went through that list and got all of those amazing artwork from the monster manual, and were able to actually make those into little tiny paintings, so that way when we pulled stuff off when she summoned...
Yep, they would emerge from the painting as literal paintings. So we printed out
paper minis instead of using our normal 3D ones, so that way you can see them here. And we used there's some amazing artists out there, Paper Mini and...
Oh yeah. There's another one. We'll post about it on the Discord and our social media.
Some amazing. They have wonderful patrons out there. Patreons. We highly, recommend that you support them.
As we did.
We wanted to make sure that we gave them their due because it's such amazing, and it made a perfect miniature for these paintings because they are 2-dimensional instead of 3-dimensional.
Yes. The stairway that was right here in the center is actually cut out and then constructed from small popsicle sticks to give it the actual depth of the staircase.
Yep.
Hey guys, welcome to D4. We want to highlight something that we brought into our game after the Okira crossover event with Heroes of the Veil. Go watch them as well. But Harold came back with a magical potion, as you can see right here. This magical potion is known as the Draft of Happenstance.
It is an amazing item that is basically a magic 8-ball in potion form, where every time you drink, a new effect happens. And with this potion, it'll have a built-in like magic 8-ball style to where you drink it, turn it over, and see what happens. Yeah. It is incredible. They have a Kickstarter going on right now.
Yep. You can look up Noble Dwarf Printing and the Draft of Happenstance. This is a prototype, so it does not have the icosahedron within inside, but that's what the Kickstarter is for. With your help, you can get this awesome bottle that you can put into your game that is 20 potions in one. We can't recommend it enough. It's
super fun, and it's going to make for some fun stuff in our game, and we hope it does in yours as well.
So go check them out. Where we're going to show you how we constructed the Growlhund Villa.
This is our most extensive map to date. We undertook making this mansion and literally made a mansion.
Yes.
So we wanted to, in the story, they could have gone to any part of the mansion. So we wanted to make sure we made everything because we didn't know what they were going to do. Where in the episode, they only saw about a third of the map. But if we didn't have what we had prepped, then they could have gone anywhere and we would have been unprepared.
Yep. Also, with 5 factions moving in on this place all at the same time, there were a lot of small skirmishes happening throughout the place that they could have been involved with, and we had to be prepared for all of that.
Yep. So this is the downstairs. So the main courtyard here, where you come into the main gate. This leads to the barracks and the coach house.
Yep.
Where the carriage stays.
There's actually hay over here, which we'll show you guys later.
And the stables.
Yeah, but in the courtyard is where they fought the Shadow Mastiffs and the Shadow Groundskeeper.
Yep. Into here's the kitchen. We have the pantry. There were bodies already dead, which is why there are dead bodies in here. Mm-hmm. Pantry, kitchen, laundry room, which you have your drying rack there. Into the
Great Den,
the Great Hall.
Yep.
Parlor, trophy room. Gonna down. There we go. Trophy room. Office, library, and then that leads upstairs, or you can go upstairs to the servants' quarter, which leads us to the second story.
Yeah. And here's the balcony, which Voss grappling hooked up to, and everybody followed. That led into the master bedroom that connected to their young children's bedroom right here that was boarded up, which is why this is here like this, to keep the invaders of the estate out. From downstairs, there was a small set of staircases near the laundry room that led up to the servants' quarters, and they didn't see it, but all of the servants were
hidden in this room.
And then over here is where Lord Growlhund was hiding, where Erstal Floxen was trying to kick down the door. This is a bathroom. Here is the foyer where the bloodbath of fighting was mainly happening between the guards of the estate and the Zentarum. And the Zentarum all through here, trying to get into the main.
And then here you have the ballroom with the grand piano.
Yes, and this is where the Drow broke in, or one of the locations of the Drow. One of the things that we wanted to do, because of the descriptions, a lot of windows get broken out. So these windows can pop out, just like that, and okay. These windows can pop out, just so we can remove them to signify where players have made easy access points.
Yep. One of the things that we wanted to do with this was to do a marbled effect. with the flooring here, since this is a mansion of nobility in the Sea Ward, or in the North Ward, one of the upper classes. And so we wanted to try and replicate that with the veinwork of marble through paint.
Yep, and it is a technique that we used by drying out dryer sheets, stretching them to extreme thin over a black flooring, and then airbrushing white on top of it to get this awesome veining effect. A lot of the pieces are 3D printed.
All the furniture is 3D printed. But all of the walls, everything's made of foam core. This is XPS foam for the walls on the outer gates, the outer walls.
And then in the trophy room, these little things right here are actually
push pins.
Push pins that you can order off of Amazon. I forget exactly where, but you can actually get push pins that we snip the edges off of so that we could stick into the wall. Ooh. I'll put it back there in a second. A push pin that we snip the tip off of so that we can push into the wall and then glue in place.
And then last thing I want to show is the hay. It's one of my favorite little details. So what we wanted to do with this was there's the subtle details of it. And so there's actually hay in the stable.
And the way we did that is from the painting brushes that we used to create this map, in the dried paint, we actually cut chip brushes down and glued hay in.
Yep. And that is Growlhound Villa.
And we'll never see it again. Where we're going to show you the cursed Dock 13.
So this one was where the BFGs snuck onto the ship, and we wanted to, give me a second. Sorry.
Do we want to start over?
No, they can cut this.
Okay. Yeah, this is the dock where Maloon War Dragon sent them on a mission for Force Grey to retrieve a crate that was going to go missing the next day through its shipment.
Yep.
And it's something that the Force Grey needed.
So with this one, it's a fairly simple build, but one that we definitely wanted to showcase with the docks. The thoroughfare of the dock itself is just XPS foam carved into, and then
with a green stuff
cobblestone
rolling pin.
Yep.
And
crates are all 3D printed. Tables, all of the stuff is 3D printed. The dock itself is laser cut wood from an amazing company called Tabletop Things. This is their dock that they have. This is their dock set, and it is amazing. It is so awesome. We didn't have to do anything to it. It came already stained, cut, perfect.
Yeah, I believe we used 2 sets.
I believe we only used about a little over 1.
Okay.
So on this one, they are much bigger for a set.
This ship, of course, is the Falling Star from WizKids.
Yep.
And it comes apart, and to show the full deck, it comes gridded or ungridded. You can flip these center pieces around, if I can get it. Oh, I had it. All right, it comes gridded or ungridded, whichever your style is.
Depending you want. And you have a below deck as well. But it also, the great thing about the Falling Starship from WizKids is they try to think of everything. And they know that if you have a bunch of minis on the deck, then it's going to take time to pick and choose and then lift everything off. So they give you a below deck as well. And that's kind of what we had here in the cargo hold with all of the crates and barrels and what have you.
Where the mercenary guards were playing a game of liar's dice on one of the crates used as a table. Now you can see the water underneath that is a hex grid, and that we got off of
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yep. It's actually a felt fabric, and I just glued it to foam core to give a nice water effect of the docks.
Yep. And if you have not seen the episode that features this map, go back and watch why it is now the cursed dock of Dock 13.
Well, that's it. Hey everybody, and welcome to D4 Maps. So this week we're going to talk about the Troll Skull Manor. This time we use the second floor instead of the tap room.
Yes, where we have the den. We have the common room, we have this hallway, we have the hall that leads to the upstairs, we have Finley's room, and Voss's room.
And we're going to do a little spin here. Show the balcony outside the den. Mm-hmm. And then the set of stairs that leads up into the common room, where everyone always meets. This is that room right here, where they always have their group meetings.
It's not very furnished because it is refurbished in play, but all of the old bad furniture got taken out.
Yep.
They were only supplied with limited, and they haven't filled it out, but they haven't really had much need to.
Not really, yep. So that's kind of where we are right now on that.
Yeah, Vinley likes to have a pale blue color scheme to her walls, and Voss has a deep crimson blood red to his. This map was made because they were visited by the Zentarum. Not just the Zentarum, but Manshun himself.
Yep.
So it pairs nicely with the old tavern that sits below it. Still wrecked from the last time we used it.
The last time we used it,
Yeah.
which was the Mama Ue fight.
Yep, the Mama Ue fight. And it sits just right on top, creating a near seamless edge and a very nice storefront for the spirits of Troll Skull.
And that's this week's D4 maps.
I'm going to show you the underwater layer.
The special Halloween map from the Halloween week, where we all dressed up in costume.
Yes.
I'm just kidding, I'm black and white now. All right.
Chroma keyed you out specifically.
Just me. All right, so we're going to show you the underwater map, where the BFGs went down and met a bronze dragon. Went to investigate some sunken treasure with the dragon and encountered some really weird merfolk that mutated and shifted once they inhaled some weird stuff.
Yes, a hidden package stored away, like being smuggled on a shipping on a ship that was sunk recently, and it was actually the Dock 13 ship. And when they cut this open, they all mutated, and then out of nowhere there was a concussive blast that ripped the ship apart and caused a torrent of sea life to come investigate. And through the fight, they had to fight these little guys.
Little
Right.
weird mutated marrows, or merfolk here.
Yeah, like that. And that we painted to camouflage into the map so well that the players, and sometimes us, couldn't even see them.
Correct. Some of my favorite stuff, we're going to rotate here. One of my favorite things is this little guy hidden in the ship here.
Yeah, right here.
Is the octopus.
Is that getting in the way? Okay. Is the octopus. They didn't encounter the octopus. He was moving about, camouflaged amongst all the wreckage, and if he got close enough to one of them, he was going to snatch him up. We used Citadel's sunken ship for this one.
And Reaper's bone ship? Ghost ship, I think is what it is.
Yeah, it's a ghost ship. It's it has a bunch of bones and skeletal things, accents on it, and even an undead winged mermaid as the helm of it. We have little
treasure piles and treasures as they went for sunken treasure.
Oh, hold on. There you go. Little sunken treasures hidden throughout the map, everywhere. There you go. That was stuck in there. There's another one hidden here. All these tiny, tiny little details that they never would ever see, but it's fun to have if they do. Another thing that they had to fight were these lovely little schools of fish that came with the Citadel sunken ship, and these were represented of swarms of quippers.
Yeah, which are pretty much saltwater piranhas. They are terrifying. But yeah, and just a couple fun elements, some rusted cannons and little things here.
The sea algae and
coral representations are aquarium decor. And the sandbars are just resin-filled discs covered in sand and rocks.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it.